The Egyptian obelisk right behind me in the center of the square was accidentally unearthed in 1665 by a bunch of Dominican friars in the garden of this church right behind me. That is Santa Maria Sopra Minerva, means Santa Maria above Minerva, because this church was built, they think, upon the foundations of the ruins of a Minerva temple, a temple dedicated to the Roman goddess of Minerva. And the Italian word sopra, meaning above, is related to the word soprano. If you've ever been in a choir, those are the voices above all the others, the altos. Anyways, this church is one of the major Dominican churches in the entire world. The Dominicans are basically the nerds of fraternal religious orders. Inside the church is a Michelangelo statue, and also buried here is Fra Angelico, what the Frangelico hazelnut liqueur is named after. And also buried here is most of St. Catherine of Siena. If you've ever been to the Basilica in Siena, St. Catherine's head is at that basilica, but the rest of her body is buried right behind me. That's not all. That building right behind me is now a library, but it used to be part of a big complex that was connected to this church. A Dominican convent was there, and that convent was thought to have housed the trial and recantation of Galileo Galilei. If you remember your Galileo history, Galileo was espousing the Copernican views that the sun was at the center of the solar system and not the earth. This was heretical and against the Catholic Church's teachings at the time, which thought that the center of the universe, God, would put the earth right in the center. So the church really wanted Galileo to shut up about the sun. Anyways, under pressure of death, Galileo agreed not to teach this teaching anymore, and he spent the rest of his life under house arrest. It took more than 300 years until the 1900s for the church to admit they were wrong, and they cleared Galileo of heresy.